Stop suing social media companies over your children. Stop suing social media companies over your children. I get it. You feel like they should be more responsible. They should have more eyes. Do they have more eyes than you do? Because in the end, there's no social media company that gave birth to your child. There's no social media company responsible for the well-being of your child. You are. You're the parent. You're the nanny. You're the alpha and the omega, the first voice and the last voice. You choose what technology they have. You have decided to give up the fight with your children on making choices for them. You've decided to give in to their behavior and allow them to make the choices. That was your choice. You've decided to put the technology in their hand and let them surf it at their free will. And now you've decided you're angry about the things that they come across. Guess what? We've been angry about things we've come across in books, on the internet, and everywhere our entire lives. However, what we do is we don't look at that. We don't read those books, or we keep those things from our children to their appropriate age. If your child has a TikTok account, why? Why does your child have a social media account at all? My children did. My children weren't raised by me. Maybe if they were raised by me, they would have too, because I would have thought, oh my God, it's so much easier to put them on social media than it is to raise them. And yeah, I'm looking at me too. I'm not just looking at you. It is so much easier to deal with anything if you put it off on someone else. If you make it their responsibility. And now you're suing the very social media companies that you told them to be responsible for your children about talking about adult situations. You put your children in an adult situation the moment you handed them a phone with internet capabilities. No matter what you cut off or what you think you're cutting off, you can't cut off the world when your child has a computer at their fingertips. And when your children misbehave, you cannot blame the internet. We misbehaved as children, and we didn't have the internet to blame. We just got disciplined. And these days, discipline is so debatable. I don't know. I'm looking back at the behavior of 80s children as they were growing up and the respect they had for their parents. I've been watching 227 again. And I've been watching with Lawrence and Mary and Brenda. And the fact that her parents were so concerned at 15 that they would even go look through a gift that she got for a boy. And boys and girls these days would scream at you, and boys these days would scream at you. Invasion of privacy. You're in my privacy. I bought that for someone. You have no right. Where'd you get the money? When did you start pills? I have a right to do anything I want to in this house. You guys are starting to let the insane run the asylum. We all have. Children are not sane. But yet and still, you want to let them run the asylum. You want to let them make the rules. And then when everybody doesn't play by the same rules that you've set in your household, imaginary rules, mind you, because they still have access to the internet, you want us all to be punished. And that's what's coming up with the censorship. Do you know that they're being sued? That a lot of social media accounts are being sued for even us talking about not wanting to be on this planet anymore. Yeah, that means, not, being alive, then not waking up and not being alive. Children have decided to do that, and they're blaming social media for it. And so social media feels like all they can do is bring us happy content now. Because that's what's required, right? To not be financially subjected. All they care about is money. But you want money at the point of silence. You putting it at the point of silence. You want us all to be silent so your kid won't accidentally see something that hurts their feelings or maybe yours. Start parenting. Wake up, look at yourself in the morning, take the iPad away and start parenting. Yes, it's hard. Yes, those conversations are hard. Yes, they have a lot of questions. They're very curious little new beings, but it's your responsibility. Stop expecting the internet to parent for you. Stop expecting the internet to do anything other than be the internet. A place where free exchange of information is supposed to happen without these issues of you being worried about whether or not something I said is going to make your child feel some kind of way. Tita.